The topic of today is free-to-play runes for PvPers. So let's talk a little bit about PvP versus PvE runes. So I myself love PvP, I play Wildstar for PvP, and I, like a lot of people in this game, made the mistake of trying to craft PvE runes to put in our PvP gear because, hey, they got better stats. Cannot do it. So let's take a look at why this is. So let's go, we're at our rune crafting station here, and let's take a look at some PvP and PvE class runes. So let's talk about Assassin. So Assassin is the PvP class, or PvE class set rune. Okay, so why is that? Well, if you look at the actual item on the tooltip, down at the very bottom, it says sets 4 and 8 bonus power are disabled while in PvP instances. So putting this in your gear, if you could, is absolutely pointless. Let's go down to Geroder. At the very bottom of this one, 4 and 8 are disabled while in PvE instances. So this is useless for PvEers. Now here's the weird part. You can put this item into a PvE set. However, you cannot put this one in a PvP item. Now, why is that? Well, that solution lies in the upper part of all of these tooltips. It's called this line right above the class. It says required item level 90. And then you go over here and we take a look at our PvP set. It says item level 70. So that is why you cannot put that item into this gear. And I've heard stories, there is some, yes, I know there's exceptions, there is some runes that for some reason might be fixed in the future, who knows, they will let you put them into the PvP gear. I assume it has something to do with the PvP scaling when it goes in, but I don't, whatever, just ignore it. Alright, so here we are. Why is that? This level thing here. So 100 and 120, these are PvE runes, ignore them, okay? Level 80 are the ones for PvP. Now let's check this out. Pure. And so we got Pure and Divine. Strike those from your memories. You never ever want a Pure or Divine. Alright, unless you're PvEing. But who wants to do that? So Superb is the top PvP as of right now. I mean, unless they're going to change it. So these are the top runes for PvPers. Let's take a look at the class set again. Geroder is level 80. Awesome. We're all happy. So how do runes work? So let's cover powers. So you saw these powers, or you see these powers. This one here happens to have 8. So what's going to happen here is as you fill your gear slots with your runes, you have power of 2. This one here, he says in green text, adds 2 power to the Geroder rune set. These are all 2. These ones are 1. Alright, so every time I fill a slot with these, I gain 2. These ones I gain 1. Now the problem is that as a DPS spec, you never ever want the health. So while I could put these 4 in and have another spot for a fusion rune and something, health is not going to do you any good. So therefore, in a slot that has 5, you're going to go 1, 2, 3 for the 6 points, 7, 8 for the single for the 2 1 points. So that's going to fill out all 5 slots. Why is this important? Why am I even talking about this? Fusion runes. That is the fusion rune. Here we go. Let's take a look here at fusion runes. So fusion runes are completely different. They're not like regular runes. If we look at one of these runes here, see this is an earth rune. It can only go in an earth slot. And on a side note, you can only have same power and same element in one piece of gear. You can only have it once. So you can't have 2 earth, 2 power runes in the same piece of gear. It won't let you do it. So just forget about that. That's so you can't stack all crit as much as we'd like to. So let's go and look at the level 80 fusion runes. Let's go into the weapons. So let's look at Executioner. What is this rune? It's a special rune. It says only 1 rune special can be added per item. These can go in any color slot, which is why down here it has all the different elements in here. So that's why you want the 5 in a piece of gear that does not have a fusion slot. So what do I mean by that? These are the 4 that you can do: chest, head, hands, and weapon. So after that you've got shoulders, I think, yeah, the legs, and if I remember correctly, boots, but I can't remember if that goes to 5 or not. But the chest here is the one, we're going to use this as an example. I screwed up on this when I was doing it because I didn't understand it. That's why I'm making the video. So what I did is my Garoder, I have 8 of 8, and I put them in my chest. And I made the 3, and I put the 2 in. When I made the 3rd one, I'm like, wait a minute, I have to fill all the runes because I don't want health. So I have to put the last 2 spots. I can't put a fusion rune. Oh, so I have no fusion rune in my chest. That sucks. So now I'll tell you how to fix that afterwards. But so now you can see I have a 2 power, 2 power, 2 power for the 6, a 1 power for 7, and a 1 power for 8. So how do you fix this? You got 3 ways. Alright, 1, get lucky with drops from your rune crafting bags. I hope to God you get another superb class focus major. If you get that, you can craft them on another one. Make sure that you have 3 so that you can recreate them, the same runes, in another piece of gear before you destroy them. The other option is on the destroy, underneath the destroy, is a recover rune, and they take 60 service tokens. And we go into our handy dandy store. These are the 2 ways to get service tokens. You've got different tiers, so 30, 140, 300, N coins or Omni coins. Alright, that's how you get these. So you can spend, 60 times 5 to get rid of all of these runes, but you keep them, which in my opinion is worth it for these. And then you can put the proper ones in here and then put these in another piece. That's what you do. Alright, so that's the only thing that I want to talk about as far as saving yourself a lot of hassle in the future. Is if you can grasp these concepts of what you can and cannot do, and the best way to utilize your space for your runes, and what powers to put in what pieces based on the fusion runes. Once you wrap your head around that, boom, you're done. You can gear yourself out as you go. Rewatch the video. Remember the points, and come back to it if you have to. Just don't make the mistake I did. Learn. If you want, you can ask a question, leave a comment down below, and someone, either me or someone else that is going to be spreading the word of this video, they will reply and they will answer your questions. Okay, we are, as a PvP community, we are going to help each other understand this messed up system. Alright, so I'm going to leave it with that. Enjoy, and yeah, have a good time. See ya in Season 2.